Hello, welcome back. I'm sure you enjoyed that little break. I'm sure you're also keen to find out what the next project is about. Yeah, it's about writing a program for this push button. This push button there, you're going to, sorry, out of focus. This push button there, you're going to control by pushing this, controlling this LED. At the moment, this has the LED blink program that's sitting in the chip, and that's what this is doing. So we're going to learn the next step, next program. To do that, I'm going to just simply copy this project and make a new project. Right click, copy, and paste it here. It will ask for a name, so I'm going to name it as push button blink LED. Copy. This will problems occurred copying the project and details. Let's see why. Resource already exists on disk. Day7 button blink debug. Okay, already exists. Okay. It says it's already exists, so I will name a different name so it will be happy. Okay. I'll just say PB push button blink LED, leave it at that, and then copy. It's happy, it's created its own project. I'll minimize this and I will get in here. So I'll close this, not to make you wondering what it is. I'll go to this main. This is on Day7 push button blink LED project, the second project. I'm going to main, double click. As you learned already, you enable the operation to blink the LED. As you can see, it's still blinking. It's still blinking. Now you're going to use this switch to control the LED operation. Okay, to do that, first you need to enable the peripheral clock for GPIOC, because the switch is connected. If you remember from the schematics, the push button is connected to PC13, so you need GPIOC. So that's why you got to enable the peripheral for that. So to do that, you need to first compile this program and then set your debug options. Always do those two. So your ELF file generates and you need to link the ELF file into your debug, and that's where you're targeting. So now it's 0 error, 0 warnings. The next step is debug settings. Go to debug as, debug configuration, and by default it's showing blink LED, but we are using PB blink LED. So you need to go to project, browse. We are working on PB blink LED, so click OK. And for naming convention, you change that to PB so I won't get confused. PB push button and PB. So make sure you link that. So by selecting this project, so Day7 PB blink, and click OK, that changes to PB. If you want to make sure, just go to the folder where that's living, that's in desktop, ESD ARM Cortex M4 demo target, and if you go to Day7 PB blink, go to debug, and that's where the file is. Day7 PB blink LED. Cancel and simply apply there. Before going there, the next step, make sure debugger, because I already copied from there so I didn't see, but you please make sure in the debugger these two options are enabled. On interface ST-Link, on serial wire viewer you need to enable that. So click on debug. It will ask for it to switch from CC perspective to debug mode. In a while it's 70%, that's running here. 79, still running. As you can see, I changed to the PB. As soon as you fire the new .elf into the debug mode, the LED stopped. So now we're going to write the second program to control the LED operation. So now we are in the debug mode. So now we're going to view the SFRs. So go to Window, Show View, go to SFRs. And what do we need? We need RCC register, enable GPIOC, AHP. We enable the AHP1ENR, AHP1ENR. You don't have to worry. Now that's enabled. The next step is you need to enable GPIOC modder. So copy this, we need this address. So I'm just copying this. I'll paste it here for GPIOC modder, and you have to copy this address, copy, right click, and you can do Control V or right click and paste. So this will change. So now we need to read the data from the input data register. So for that you have to go to GPIOC and go to IDR, and we need because this switch is connected in port 13, so we need to get this. This is the one you're trying to read the data, but we're not worried about that. We need only the start address, so we need to copy that. So IDR, let's see, ODR, copy port C, IDR, port C, input data register, and the address is 4002 0810, 4002 0810. Copy, change this, Control V, Control V. Okay, now you enabled, and it's ready to do its operation. So now what is the next step? So you have given the port address, port C modder, but you haven't enabled that bit to the GPIO port. You have to enable. So for that you need to do again. This is for port A. Remember, bit 0 is port A, bit 2 is port C. So you got to do another one. So you're enabling port A, and you can always give comment about it, and so everyone will understand what it is. And the comment is case sensitive. It can be lowercase or uppercase. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the program compilation. So that's the GPIO A enable, and this is GPIO C enable. Okay, so that's done. So now let's see how this behaves before I get into anything. So I'll just go and terminate and relaunch to see how this behaves. So I just want to show you the SFR. So you will see the SFRs, the GPIOC. It will be changed its state from 0 cross 0 to 0 cross 1. So just switch, and I want to show you GPIOC motor. GPIOC motor, yeah, GPIOC motor. So I'll go step into action. So that's one. It's checking on the GPIO-A motor. We come to GPIO-A motor. GPIO-C, GPIO-A motor. We come here. We click on enable that motor. You will soon see the motor 5, which is the port A pin 5. This will change to 1 soon. So see, now we set it because that's where the pin is, port 5, and as you can see that's changed because the code is working. The SFR says so to confirm. So going further in, now we're going to see the GPIOC enable as well. GPIOC enable, step into, now it goes and check, and you should be able to see GPIO C motor. Why can't I see that? Okay, something is happening which I can't show you there, but it is working. I'll show you the end result. As you can see, it's constantly on because we set to run constantly to stay on. Okay, so now we're going to write the function, the command or the line for to use the switch. GPIO to see enable, get into, then GPIO A motor 110, that's done. Now I'm going to teach you how you need to do. Okay, u int 8 of d. I'm going to create a typecast with a value. I'm going to say what that value will have. So value will be equal to u int 8 underscore d typecast. Typecast with you're going to connect the switch that's connected to PC13, so you're going to say where it is. So you're going to use this register PYC motor and pin 13. You're going to and that and set that as 1 and 0 cross 0 1, closing the bracket, and we're going to say how it's going to behave. So if the switch is connected to value active low, so it's starting with 0. And you just need to toggle on and off with the push of the switch button. So you don't need to set and clear, as this will just blink. It won't control. So for that you have to use an XOR logic. So you don't need these two. Or you can just delete that. So instead of this, you're going XOR operation for controlling with the switch, which is XORing the bit. Okay, so that's all done. Now I will compile this to look for any errors. Right click, build a project. Okay, it's run. So I'll terminate and relaunch. Relaunching will take it to the new program, so it erased the blink. Now it wants to switch. So it's switched and it's ready. So now I'm going to go in and just run sorry, hang on. It's still locked to the old program. I'm just restarting. I mean, terminate and relaunch. Just give me a minute. Switch. Okay, if you go into step in, if you press the button, now watch the LED. So when I go to run, if I press, okay, just one sec, I want to check what file I'm operating on. If value equals 0, value is 0, that's all. Okay, delay, then pointer declaration. Okay, sorry, I written it earlier, and when I tried to put that in here, I have come up with this interface error. So just one sec. That's that. So this is this. So now the pointer is okay. So now I'll save and terminate and relaunch. Okay, 0 errors, 0 warnings, which is a good sign. Still it's erasing the previous, it's erased, so the LED stopped blinking, as you can see. I'm going to switch to debug, yes. So now I'm going to go and hit run and hit the push button. Sorry, just give me a sec. It's still, I can't fire the new program in. I'm going to check my program again. Just give me a sec. Delay 32 IO int GPIO mode. I given that GPIO C mode I given 0810 I have given. Sometimes the memory in the microcontroller can't be overwritten. You need to fire a few times to erase it and then change to a different program. That's what I'm trying to do now. GPU mode A, then while of 1. I'm sure I haven't closed the loop, just to come to think of it. Yes, sorry guys, I opened the if condition but I haven't closed it, so it doesn't know, so that's why it's still operating on the previous program. So now it should work. Sorry, this bracket I forget, so that's why I always ask you, or if I haven't asked you, please, whenever if you open a bracket, make sure you close it. Otherwise, yeah, a silly mistake like this will make your head into tangled mode, so you don't know where you are, and so therefore you need to go and write. Okay, you also have a habit of writing down first in your notebook, so that it's easy for you to go back and rectify. So I always have a notebook with me and write my program first, and then I put it in the software. It makes it easier to troubleshoot. So please follow that as well. That will help. So I will go now, terminate and relaunch, and this should work. Waiting for debugger connection. Yeah, switch. So it stopped. It's switching. As you can see, the LED stopped blinking. Okay. Now I'm going to go and run. As soon as I hit run, it's not loading to the new software. Why? This main, don't need this. Project Explorer. You got to build this project. Building that project. 0 hours, 0 errors. Then going there, setting my debug operation. Make sure I selected PB LED link. Browse. I'm just making sure I got the right file, because for some reason it got stuck to the old program still, which is the blinking LED, which it shouldn't. PB blink. Okay, open debug, open PB blink ALF. Yeah, browse PB. Okay, apply debug. So at this stage it erased the memory inside the chip. The previous program is erased, and coming back to debug mode. Now we are in debug mode. I'll go to SFRs and I'm going to run this time to see if that comes back or not. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm going to terminate and relaunch again. Loading. Sorry, for some reason this program is not loading into the code, that's why. Sorry, my typo. Unit. I know someone out there shouting, look, you made a mistake. Okay, I did made the mistake, sorry. So now I will do another recompile just to make sure that mistake that I did, which it didn't get the value from that switch, because I didn't do the type definition or typecast. I written typing mistake as unit instead of uint. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm just checking debug configuration. Go to debug, make sure it's linked. Day7 PV Bink, yes. Debug. Waiting for debugger connection. Yes, hopefully this time I successfully erased it. Download verified successfully. So now I'm going to go and run to see. Okay, so the previous value, for some reason it's getting hauled into the value. Okay, just give me a moment. I need to go through my program. I think I made a silly mistake somewhere. Just give me 1 sec. Return the delay uint32t, uint32t. Port C mode is port A motor, port I ODR is 14 ODR. Port C motor is 08000810. Okay. Int main of void, int main of void. Then you enable GPIO A, GPIO C, then you have given GPIO set as output. Then while of 1, then I created a value uint 8 underscore t of value, and I given that value as uint 8 of t pg PIOC motor. See, it's good to go back to the book. So sorry, I was telling the modder to get the data, that's why it can't change. Okay, got it. Sorry guys. GPIO C has to come from the input, we have to read. So port C, that's the one I made mistake. Then now we're going to link that to GPIO A ODR, so this should work. Loop closed, while loop closed, main loop, main program closed. Okay, save, go to project, build project, build this project. Then debug configuration, just to make sure we got the right PB blink. Search project, PB blink. Okay, debug Day7 PB blink. Okay, apply debug. Still loading to 79%. Let's wait. 89% still loading. Okay, we are in debug mode now. It will ask to switch. Yes, we are in debug mode. I'm going to go and run. Hopefully I fix that problem that I didn't say earlier. Somehow I can't erase. Somehow it's holding on to the previous value. Why? If value equals 0, then delay off, then PG, PIO, ODR. I'm negating, closing the bracket. You don't need the delay there. I'm going to terminate and relaunch and see, because it's the correct program. Now it should work. Okay, switching. Now I'm going to resume. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. So I'm going to reset it, power on reset. Build the project. Reset. Yes. 0 warnings. So debug as debug configuration. I'll make sure I go to that file now. gp pb blink p browse, where I saved in the target folder. Target, I'm going to do pb blink debug, pb blink open, apply debug. It's not linking to the correct .elf file. That's why it got stuck to the previous ELF. And switch. Just give me a minute. I just saw something with the debug. Debug is still, see, that's the launch, so it's still connected to the blink. I'm trying to change to PB. That's the problem. One sec. So DB PB blink is connected to there. So what's this connected to? Okay. So debug as Day7. Somehow the .elf file haven't moved. So I have to use Day7 blink LED. Day7 blink LED debug. In that I need to go to PB somehow. ESD Cortex target. So Day7 blink LED. This launch is here, Day7 PB. So then debug Day7pb.elf, open, apply debug. Okay, somehow the debug is linked to the previous program, so that's why this .elf is not working. So I got to create, or I have to open this into a different folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and remove all the unnecessary files that we are not using. That's also BSD. So I'll remove this, delete from here, remove project sound from the workspace. Okay, don't want that, and also we don't want that to interfere us. Okay, so that's deleted. So we need this main. Somehow I programmed into PB instead of the other project. I copied and was using it there. One sec. Just give me a sec. I'll just open the other project. I need to copy that main C to here. So my bad. I was using a different main C. So to get more file into there, I can just go simply to file, open file, on desktop, target, source code. I need to open this, open. Okay, so this is where the program is, so I'll just copy the whole lot, Control C. I'm coming to this main program and I'm pasting it here. This is on PB, Control V. Okay, so now we don't want this, so I'll close this file. Okay, I will save this. Now I will build. On warning, I'm going to use debug as debug configuration. This is where I got to link. Okay, PB link. Yeah, that's what we need. Day7 PB blink LED debug. Day7 PB blink LED debug. Search project. Day7 PB blink LED ELF. Okay, that's what we want. Apply. Debug. Okay. And to set debug again. Debug. Please connect ST-Link and restart the debug operation. Okay. Soft reset. Okay. Build. Okay. Now set debug as debug as. You need to go to. I'll go directly to this main folder where we saved and see if the target file is linked to there. Debug. Apply debug. Power off reset. Fingers crossed. I hope this time. It's the .elf file played up because it got tangled with the other folders. Sorry. So hopefully now it will erase the old program. If I go and run, I clicked run. So let's see if that problem is finished. So at the moment nothing is happening on the LED, so I'm going to press the button. Yeah, pressing button is coming on, off, pressing on, off, on, off. This button is a bit loose, sorry. On, off. So it is working. So now I'll show you. On, off, on, off, on, off, Okay, the logic works, the program works, so we are happy. Sorry, it took a while because it somehow got connected to the previous .elf file, so that's why uh, we have to make sure every time when you set the debug as, and also make sure in the project tree itself that I found the debug was linking to the previous launch, so that's why the LED kept blinking, but I rectified that, so now it's all working. So this code does work, so please use this code and practice in your hardware and it will work. Okay, so that's that. To wrap up, so these are the steps. What we learned today is we learned to create a project, and we learned the first project to blink the LED, and the second project is to read the data through the push button. You are able to control the LED on and off. And as I keep saying, mindset and skill set goes hand in hand, so you also have to learn about mindset. Today mindset lesson is to learn to focus. Yes, focus is the most valuable asset, not the time. So you need to dedicate the time. Like now I didn't get distracted to do other things because I know the code is working, it should work. So you need to be determined and focused of what you're doing and rectify the problem, and don't put it off, because if you get distracted you will lose this, and you spend more time on the distraction, so that's what it's going to control you. So that's the second point, you'll be good at what it controls you. So I was controlled by focusing on my hardware to make sure I got the right ELF file, which gave me everything. So I'm happy now that I was able to focus. So likewise, you also focus and get your task done. And also another thing, starting from morning, as soon as you get up, please go and remake your bed. Don't wait for your parents or your wife. If you are living with your wife, make her to do all the work. But what you change, things like that at home, changes you professionally, and people change accordingly, and they will observe your changes. And I'm sure by end of 30 days you will be a new version of wherever you are. So all these new changes, right from getting up and doing a routine thing and doing everything for yourself and keeping your desk tidy and keeping your book, your room tidy, everything will lead to success, and this will all make you as a better person. So how you do anything is how you do everything. That's like a phrase, if you like. So please concentrate on the focus and try to be more disciplined, and be disciplined in every activity you do. And also don't forget with the involvement. So please write down your 10 goals, and that gives you a point. And please write 10 ideas to achieve that goal, that give you a point. Please spend 30 minutes to do your exercise or workout, that gets you 2 points. Please spend 15 minutes to meditate or pray, that gets you on the 2 points. And please spend at least 10 minutes to visualize actually you achieve those goals, and that gets a point. And please spend another 10 minutes to actually plan your activity for the day or for tomorrow or for next week. And also, as a beginner at this stage, please spend at least 2 hours and take plenty of notes, and that gives you 2 points. And make sure you post your achievements into the group so that the others can learn from you, and it will motivate each other. So we are all going to help each other, so we are all going to learn and motivate each other, so that's why the involvement is really keen. And also the combo internship is coming your way. I don't want to put or cram more information straight away, so I divided this into 3 segments. So we are on the beginner, and there is intermediate course that's going to link with this, and also advanced course. So you need to have the whole 3 courses to get the full Cortex M series. So please purchase all the 3. And also stay tuned further along with us. There is a bundle combo coming, and you will get to hear from us, and you will be the first person to hear from us. And you would be able to enroll to do all of these courses. I thank you so much for your patience, especially the second project. It took longer, but as you know, I didn't lose my focus. My focus was to fix and show the code actually works, and it did work. I showed you, and also you learned about how SFRs work. Thank you for your patience by sticking by and going through this, and go and enjoy that lovely break from the screen. And once again, go through the previous sessions, get yourselves familiar, and please practice this code into your IDE. And if you haven't bought the hardware, contact Pantech Solutions and acquire this and start to practice. So this is Arulan Bukarsu. I'm signing off on behalf of A2Digi. I'll see you in the next session. Until then, it's Huru for now. I'll catch you next time. Catch you then. Bye for now. Take care.